everyone. My name is Daryl Shears. I'm the new president of the Alberta Snowmobile Association. On behalf of the ASA Board of Directors and staff, I'd like to offer my congratulations to this year's award winners. These are interesting times, and while many are looking forward to riding this season, we will have to do so a little differently to ensure the safety of ourselves and those around us. I know many of you are also working on trails, prepping equipment, groomers, and starting to hold meetings and events. We on the ASA board thank you for your continued hard work in these troubling times, while we all try to understand and follow the new norm. As grassroots snowmobilers, we will do what we have to do to ensure we can enjoy our chosen winter sport safely. Congratulations again to our award winners. I look forward to seeing and/or riding with you while we enjoy our Alberta sled trails and fill up our 50th anniversary passports. Cheers.
Good evening. Thanks for tuning in. If you're just joining us, welcome to the ASA Snowmobile Excellence Awards 2020 COVID edition. That's right, we're virtual. Stay home and stay safe. For this portion of tonight's awards, we have a wonderful guest anchor that's going to be joining me, the one and only Mr. Scott Crook. So if we could just welcome him to our broadcast for this evening. Okay, this just in. Scott took a wrong turn. Won't be joining us for this evening's broadcast. Okay, well, let's go ahead with our awards then. We have our award for Northeast Region Club of the Year. And this award is going to the Athabasca River Runners. 2019 and 2020 was a great year for that club right there. They held their biggest rally, selling 272 day passes, and had an estimated 430 sleds in attendance. They also had the largest turnout for the ladies' ride in January, with 43 women attending. The club was able to haul the groomer over to the new Jackfish Lake trail system to get it groomed. This spring, the club built 6 wind shelters for fire pit areas. They updated trail maps and added the Jackfish Lake trail system to them, and also made map signs for the intersection on the trail system with "You Are Here" markers placed on them. We should have gave one of those "You Are Here" markers to Scott to get here tonight. Mark that down. They had great snow and were able to ride into April. Dave, the groomer operator, was super committed and always kept the trails in perfect condition, and it showed as they sold over 180 memberships, one of the biggest years for membership sales. The wet and rainy spring caused the club some issues and washouts on the trails, but they're eager as ever and looking forward to another great season as memberships have already started to sell. So for that, we would like to say congratulations to the Athabasca River Runners. For this next award, we have a very special guest anchor that will be presenting it with me. We have Mrs. Janet Riopel that's going to be in it. Okay, this just in. A kid fell asleep on Janet's school bus as she's driving her route, and she's out dealing with that. So, just cross that off. No Janet Riopel tonight. All right, the news must go on, my friends. So let's get on to our next award here. Our award is for the Northwest Region Club of the Year. And this award is going to the Whitecourt Trailblazers. The Whitecourt Trailblazers celebrated their 40th anniversary this past 2019-2020 season. The club now maintains 485 kilometers of trails and are deemed the snowmobile capital of Alberta. They are unique as they belong to the Golden Triangle Consortia, which is comprised of 2 other snowmobile clubs and 6 municipalities, which help to support funding towards communities connecting the trail system. The Golden Triangle Consortia also promotes a rally and riding on the 350-kilometer trail system between the 3 towns from February to April. The Trailblazers celebrated their 40th anniversary with an anniversary sled invasion, which included a 2-day snowmobile rally, 2 freestyle events, and a Guinness World Record attempt at the longest snowmobile parade, which was actually their second attempt at a Guinness World Record. Pretty impressive. The parade had over 650 participants, 150 of which were kids riding their own sleds. Over 950 riders attended the 2-day rally, and there were over 1,500 attendees for the freestyle events. Whew. Events like this do not happen without the volunteers. For this event alone, they had over 1,400 volunteer hours. And that doesn't even include the planning, organizing, and grooming. Well done. In 2019-2020, the Golden Triangle also hosted the second annual Snow Rush event in partnership with Teen Challenge to fundraise for a cause in the fight against addiction, which touches us all in some way or another. Like all other clubs, the Trailblazers rely on volunteers to organize and carry out activities, but they also rely on folks in the community to help out with fundraisers, events, or other snowmobile-related activities. This year, they had over 5,000 man-hours. 3,500 were volunteer and 1,500 were paid hours. Grooming, trail maintenance, and administration. A big thanks to those dedicated volunteers that help manage the club throughout the year, and also a very big thanks to those that help to maintain the trails, fundraising, and promotion of the club. So for this reason, we would like to say congratulations to the Whitecourt Trailblazers. Yay! This next award is going to be presented by a very special co-anchor tonight. I'd like to welcome Mr. Monty Turre, please, to help. Okay, this just in. Monty is still working on his Polaris. So, on to the next award. This award is for the Southern Region Club of the Year, and it is going to the David Thompson Snow Riders. Let me tell you a little bit about them. The David Thompson Snow Riders had a great 2019-20 season. Members were very busy fundraising, successfully selling all their raffle tickets for a sled draw before the snow even hit the ground. The team was busy getting the main cabin finished and ready for the public to use. They were able to complete this in time for the poker rally, which also turned out to be a huge success. They had a tremendous turnout, more than doubled their attendance from the previous season. This past year, the Snow Riders also took on the responsibility of running the Caroline Sled Club. They were able to get out a few times and see what could be done to improve their trail system. The club has been busy getting their name out there and recruiting new members to help successfully run their trail systems out there. They were busy getting some proper mapping done and trails marked. They really can't thank their club and members enough for everything they've done in the last few years to make it all so successful. They put countless hours in to bring the club where it is today. They have an amazing group of individuals that make this club a pleasure to be a part of and are looking forward to working with them all in the upcoming season. So for that reason, we would say congratulations to the David Thompson Snow Riders. Good evening. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, I'm Janine England, and this is the news. You're now watching the ASA Snowmobile Excellence Awards 2020 COVID edition. That's right, we're virtual. Stay home and stay safe, everyone. For our next award of the evening, we would like to welcome a very special guest anchor, Mr. Doug Hansen, to join us tonight. What's it? Okay, apparently it's snowing. Doug's decided to ride this evening instead. Okay, so let's cross that off the list. Doug Hansen. All right, well, on to our next award anyways. Keep this show on the road. It is for the Mighty Peace Region Club of the Year. And this award is going to the Peace Valley Snow Riders out of Peace River. The Peace Valley Snow Riders celebrated their 10th anniversary in October of 2019. They have developed and continue to operate 4 trails totaling approximately 185 kilometers and are in the final approval process of adding 20 more kilometers. The club is well known in the Peace region and in particular is recognized for being part of the solution in encouraging responsible snowmobiling. They are no strangers to overcoming hard times. Heavy wet snowfalls rendered all 3 of the club's trails impassable. Funds were raised and hundreds of volunteer hours were spent reopening 2 of them mid-season. The development of the club's newest trail, the Canfor-Hines Creek Trail, also brought its share of troubles for the snow riders. They secured land, which was then sold without notifying the club. After much discussion with landowners, insurance companies, the ASA, an alternate crossing was identified and development was finally completed in January of this year. Well done. Generally, the successes of an organization are highlighted and the difficult times have to be forgotten. However, the strength of this club has come from the many challenges faced. Adversity creates strength for the Peace Valley Snow Riders, and for that reason, we would like to congratulate them on this wonderful award. Congratulations. For the next segment of our news tonight, I'd like to welcome a very special co-anchor, Mr. Lyle Burney. He'll be joining us tonight. Okay, pension checks came out today. Lyle's at the casino, not gonna make it tonight. So on with the news. Here we go. Our next award is for the Iron Horse Region Club of the Year. And this award is going to the Cold Lake Snowmobile Club. Let me tell you about them. This riding season, bit of a strange one, with the COVID pandemic hitting right as the club had their first rideable snowpack. Thankfully, 2 club rides were still completed, including a fun family ride. With the funds raised from their last couple sled club events and galas, and with the added support of the MD of Bonnyville, they purchased an OSV tracked trail machine to pull the drag groomer. This took considerable coordination from the vendor, the club, and the transport company, as it came from a few thousand kilometers away. Their trail coordinator, Dean Dubé, cleared and prepped an area through the city of Cold Lake, linking a new and safer route to MD Park for lake access to Saskatchewan and the Western Trail system. A gate was constructed by the club members with the MD Bonnyville Park's approval to prevent summer access through the MD Park so that only snowmobiles would be accessing this area and preventing other OHVs from damaging the trail. Smart thinking. Cold Lake Snowmobile Club has been in consultation with Alberta Parks to try and include some other lake access points that could be used for snowmobiles only. There will be further discussion on this once COVID has left the building. And boy, oh boy, can COVID leave the building. Do you know what I'm saying? So for all these reasons, we would like to say congratulations to the Cold Lake Snowmobile Club. For this next section of our awards, I would like to welcome a very special co-anchor, Mr. Clint Jakula, that will be joining us tonight for... Okay, this just in, Clint will not be joining us tonight. His combine is stuck in the snow in the field. So, on with the news. Right. Our next award is for Central Region Club of the Year. And this award is going to the Murnum River Ridge Runners. Say that 5 times fast. The River Ridge Riders. I even got it wrong. The River Ridge Riders have been operating for 19 years, forming in 2001. Their membership fluctuates depending on the year and is greatly influenced by snow conditions. They average around 75 members, including youth, who are actively involved and regularly attend meetings and events. Go youth. The club has 125 kilometers of groomed trails, which has been extended this past year to include more fields. Their trails are regularly groomed to provide a safe riding surface. The club also maintains signage to keep their trails safe and enjoyable for everyone. Waste and recycling containers are available at all 3 cabins to discourage littering. The club is well known for their Ironman rally, featuring antique and vintage sleds. They award the Ironman trophy to the rider that makes the trip and has the highest age combined with the highest sled age. Their family rides and their participation of the community's youth sets apart the River Ridge Riders, and they believe that including youth early on will ensure they have a new generation of volunteers and supporters. And for this reason, we would like to say congratulations, Murnum, for winning this wonderful award. Before we get into this evening's awards, it's time for our weather. We're out on our lady in the field, Miss Yamaha Bombardier. Miss Yamaha Bombardier, what's the forecast looking like for us?
Well, I can see that the forecast is snow. Back to you, Janine.
Well, comprehensive. All right, our first award of the evening is for Outstanding Snowmobile Dealership. And this award is going to WPM Westlock, the Skidoo dealership. They have provided an exceptional level of customer service to the snowmobile, off-road, and watercraft communities. Throughout the years, they've also grown to be an integral part of snowmobiling around Westlock and area, as well as with the Pembina Driftbusters Snowmobile Club. Owners Aerith and Dan Hornick and staff consistently support the Pembina Club and other clubs in area rallies, providing door prizes, hot dogs, water, chili, and checkpoint services. Sounds like a heck of a crew there. They support the club with financial donations and demo units when needed. They also sell memberships, do advertising on the club's behalf, and offer their boardroom to host the club's monthly meetings. Commitment to their customers is always top priority at WPM, and from the moment you walk through that door, it is their dedication to provide a positive customer experience, regardless if you're buying a $10 part or a brand new machine. Whether you're buying that first snowmobile or you're a seasoned rider, one of their friendly and knowledgeable sales associates will always take time to answer all your questions. The professionalism and knowledge of the service and parts department have also been groomed to perfectly complement their sales department, making sure you'll be satisfied throughout your entire ownership period. In the fall of 2018, Aerith approached the Pembina Club with the idea of new trail signs. He offered the services of his graphic designer to work with the club to make new signs at their cost. All the club had to do was solicit advertising for around the edge of the map, with all profits going back to the club for trail development, which of course was very much appreciated by those driftbusters. WPM also helped organize and fund the installation of the signs on the trail. And for that, we congratulate you with this award. Congratulations, WPM Westlock. Cue applause. Cue applause. It's that part of the evening before we get to our awards, where our health and beauty segment, and I have my health and beauty correspondent, Miss L'Oreal Paris, to help us with some this way, L'Oreal, this way, with some beauty tips on how to keep that lipstick on underneath that helmet. So she's got a nice shade of red here. She's gonna. I think you missed a little spot right on the other tooth. Right. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. That is sure to stay on those trails this winter. Thank you, Miss Paris. Thank you. Well, yes. On to our award. Our next award is for the Outstanding Organized Snowmobile Related Company, and this award is going to Zach's Tracks and Lori Zacharuk. Let me tell you a little bit about this. The ASA is pleased and proud to recognize the work of Lori Zacharuk and her team from Zach's Tracks for their incredible dedication to our sport and the safety of our children. As the lead instructor and program provider, Lori and Zach's Tracks have made our school program one of the best in North America in our field. And I can actually attest to that because I attended one of those sessions once, and it was just darn skippy fantastic. In addition to their ongoing and premier commitment to avalanche safety, Zach's Tracks has presented to schools, service clubs, and community groups in every corner of Alberta. Lori and her team developed a first-class system of booking school presentations, traveling and setting up the live presentations, presenting the programming to full gymnasiums over several days in these distant communities, packing it all up again, and then traveling, sometimes for weeks, from point to point across Alberta. Since 1999, Lori and her team have presented to, ready for this, 111,088 students in almost 1,200 presentations. An amazing body of work. With the end of the current Safe Riders program format, Lori, her team, and Zach's Tracks are to be congratulated for this amazing effort and dedication in educating Alberta's youth in safe riding. For their relentless dedication and professionalism, the ASA is proud to present this award to Lori Zacharuk and Zach's Tracks. Congratulations. It's time to check in with the weather. It's about that time. Time for our lady in the field, Miss Sparky Pluggerson. Sparky, What's it like out there? What can we tell the folks about the weather out there today?
It's cold. It's snowing.
Yeah, and anything else for our fine viewers?
No.
Okay, cold and snowing. Great. Could have looked out the window, but that's okay. Thank you. All right. Onto our award. This is for the outstanding groomer operator. This award is going to Mr. Dave Newberry. Dave has been a member of the Whitecourt Trailblazers since 2009. He's been grooming mostly the north side of the Golden Triangle area for many years. He has approximately 300 kilometers of trail that he maintains. Who go Dave? He is the initial point of contact between the oil field, logging, government, and the clubs. He speaks and meets with all the parties in addition to the team of the groomer operators and designated industry liaison executive for the club. Dave grooms, on average, 300 hours a season. He's an integral part of the trail maintenance and grooming team. He loves the great outdoors and would love to live in a cabin in the woods, if Peggy would move in with him. The club has to keep a separate column in their volunteer hour tracking just to keep track of Dave. He grooms, installs signs and benches, repairing sheds, or working on the Snowcats club truck or any other item that might need attending to. On behalf of the Trailblazers, thanks for everything you do. Congratulations, Dave. Hi, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. If you just joined us, we are right smack dab in the middle of our ASA Snowmobile Excellence Awards 2020 COVID edition. That's right, you heard it, virtual awards this year. Before we get into the awards recipients, I'd like to shoot on over to my lady in the field over there, Miss Yuva Janaya Doubtfire. Yuva Janaya.
Okay, I'm coming. I have such an amazing report. Today I was at the senior center where all the past presidents of the ASA are living now. It is such a lively place. They dance, they do everything. You'd never know they had like knee and hip replacements. And guess who's calling bingo tonight? Our current president, Daryl Shears. Back to you. I gotta go.
Oh, thanks so much for the report. Our first award that we have of our award ceremony tonight is the Louise Sharon Achievement Award. So, drum roll please. I can hear you now. Drum roll please. The award goes to Harvey Arnott and Marion DeYoung. We have a couple here that is long overdue for acknowledging their support of the Swan Hill Snowgoers and its activities throughout the years. Harvey Arnott and Marion DeYoung joined the club in the late 80s and became very active, taking on executive positions and club activities. Harvey stepped into the president position for a number of years, and Marion took on the event coordinator for the Easter Seals Snow-A-Rama rides. Marion was the Jamboree rep when they hosted it in '95. She put in so much time and effort, even meetings in her basement. She did the club proud. She's not involved with the club actively anymore. You can still see her in the background at rallies cooking those yummy meals, hey? Harvey has a vast knowledge of the Swan Hills area, and club members relied on him more than once to get them all home safely. Don't I know it? He was instrumental in getting most of the trail system signed properly, especially the Trans-Canada Snowmobile Trail. His biggest accomplishment was his determination and perseverance in getting the clubhouse built at Crouse Lake. Harvey doesn't own a snowmobile anymore, nope, but he borrows a sled and gets out for a ride once a year. Once the trails are groomed and the weather's warm, of course. It's with great pleasure that the Swan Hill Goers thank Harvey Arnott and Marion DeYoung for their support and commitment to the club and to organize snowmobiling in Alberta. Congratulations. Gotta throw it out to our eye in the sky, Miss Swibby LaRue. Swibby, what do you have for us tonight?
Oh my gosh, this.
Oh, hold on. What do you have for us tonight?
Oh my gosh, I'm flying over Edmonton and I'm going south on the highway. Hello? Oh, it's Highway 2, and it's like there's just a huge lineup of snowmobiles on the highway. I don't know what's happening. Normally we never see this. There's such a storm. Oh my gosh, it's an Arctic Cat that's broke down and it's being towed by a Yamaha.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know what's happening. I gotta go. It's back to you.
More on that later. We'll touch base with that later. Thanks so much. So our first award that we're going to get to is for Outstanding Snowmobiler of the Year. And the award goes to Mr. Vince Kirkham. Let me tell you a little bit about Vince. Vince has been snowmobiling since the 70s. He's owned at least 8 sleds and rides an average of 3,300 kilometers per season. He has been a member of the Swan City Snowmobile Club in Grand Prairie since 2008. He's been a director on their board for 6. My mistake, I'd read my teleprompter better here. He's attended jamborees, rallies, and has contributed countless hours of volunteer work for his club. Vince also served on the ASA board as the Mighty Peace Regional Director for 4 years. And in that role, he was expected to keep in touch with all the clubs in their zone, their activities and issues, and report back to the ASA board. He did that very well. And he took the time to visit some clubs, even though many of them were a great distance from Grand Prairie. How'd it go? At the club level, Vince helped with the warm-up cabins construction, the Kakwa cabin construction, as well as cutting and hauling firewood to numerous locations. Vince is one to help with groomer maintenance and repair, and he donated and installed a couple of diesel groomer and loader engine heaters. He helps with the road maintenance in the spring, summer, and fall, clearing the deep, flat, fresh snow in the parking lots and the roads to and from the main road to the Kakwa parking lot in the winter. He set up and monitored the weather station at Babbitt Mountain so he can keep people updated on snow and road conditions on a Facebook page. And on a lot of weekends in the winter, Vince hauled groomer fuel from Grand Prairie to the fuel storage tanks at the camp, which meant thousands of liters with his personal vehicle and trailer. Vince is also a great mentor. He is willing and able to help people anytime, anywhere, and he puts people's needs before his. He has accomplished so much in these past 18 months, and he is a valuable asset to snowmobiling. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Vince Kirkham. Applause. Applause. Thank you so much. Now for our final award of the evening, it is for Club of the Year, a very prestigious award. Before we get into that, we have a breaking weather report from our lady on the field, Miss Bombardier Yamaha. Let's turn it over to Miss Bombardier Yamaha. It's snowing. Well, quite the weather report there. Probably could have looked out the window and said that myself, but thanks so much. Thanks so much, Miss Yamaha. That's great. On with our awards. Club of the Year. This year, the award is going to the Alberta Beach Snowmobile Club. Let me tell you a little bit about this fantastic club. The 2019-2020 season was a very successful season for the Alberta Beach Snowmobile Club. They hosted a successful jamboree despite the weather being outrageously cold. All reports were that the event was thoroughly enjoyed by all attendees. Snowmo Days was another great event for the club, bringing together community groups to really help make this a success. The club's grooming program was very busy, grooming every single week from January through to the end of March. This is only possible with the dedication of their awesome volunteers. The number of memberships and day passes purchased were both up for the season. Currently, the club is mulching sections of the trail for next season and is looking to secure some grant funding to complete further improvements and expansion along the trails. Members are looking forward to this 2020-2021 season to continue their mulching and expansion plans and are hoping to finally get their highway permit to fully connect the trails once again. So for all these reasons and many more, we would like to say congratulations to the Alberta Beach Snowmobile Club. That's it. That's all I got. Thanks for joining in to our wonderful broadcast this year. See you next year.